Oh, Mad Max. No, I'm not talking about the apocalyptic thrill ride movies. I'm talking about California Congresswoman Maxine Waters. But it's easy to confuse because the state of affairs in the movies could mirror her congressional district. CNN released a list of politicians to watch in 2018, and your girl, Maxine Waters, was near the top of the list. With the article saying, quote, Donald Trump is the most dishonorable and despicable person to ever serve the office of the president, to a standing ovation. So let's take a look at Mad Max and see if she has any ground to stand on. This is close to my heart because Maxine Waters is the representative literally right down the road from me, who has also served in Congress for as long as I've been alive. So let's take a quick look at why she's been in office for so long. Maybe it's because her district has been doing so well since she took over. Her district currently ranks 41st out of 52 in high school graduation, 48th in home ownership, 39 in income, and 43rd in per house income. How could she be reelected so many times? Okay, well, maybe it's because she's a historical figure, well known in LA. And she was. See, that must be the reason why Maxine is running the show here in Cali. The most well-known stories that come up when you search Maxine Waters in association with LA are the LA riots and Damian Football Williams. She must have done a great job there, right? You remember the LA riots, taking the lives of over 50 people and costing an estimated $1 billion to repair the damages. And Maxine must have been there to quell the madness, right? No, she gave support by saying we should not use the word riot to describe these people. We should call it a rebellion. And went on to say, quote, it was a defining moment in the country, and I think a defining moment in the way black people resisted, end quote. And if you think that is hard to stomach, wait till you hear about how Maxine handled the Reginald Denny attack. For those of you who don't know, Reginald Denny was the truck driver who Damian Football Williams and 4 other men were rebelling against in the middle of the street, where they ripped Reginald from his truck, choked him, beat him, spat on him, danced around him, waved to the camera, and as he laid there motionless, Damian Football Williams, with the camera watching, went to go get a piece of cinder block, throwing it, crashing it against his head, and leaving him unconscious, bloody in the street. They then robbed him and walked off singing and dancing. And this is all caught on videotape, by the way, you can YouTube it. The other 4 men basically got off scot-free from this entire incident caught on camera, after causing over 90 fractures to the skull of Reginald Denny, who now speaks with a permanent lisp and struggles to walk normally. Since Damian Williams actually did serve some time in jail, Maxine Waters used that time to go visit the home of Williams to give her condolences. A report showing that she embraced Damian Football Williams' family, which makes sense seeing that when Damian Football Williams was released early from his prison sentence, Maxine Waters immediately gave him a job working for her. Where is Damian Football Williams now? Well, on February 1st, 2004, Damian Football Williams shot a man in the street and is now serving a sentence. Well, that sounds awful, but maybe it's because she's a strong woman who knows how to fight for the disenfranchised because she's one of them. I mean, this woman must fight against the odds, right? Well, then it would seem odd that she just bought a $4.4 million mansion just outside her congressional district. And you might think this woman who's fighting as the underdog would have trouble getting donors to fund her campaigns. And I mean, these people in her district probably couldn't have money to donate to her campaign, could they? Well, according to the LA Times, she raised over $1.1 million for her re-election, and her opponent just got over $10,000 in donations. And you might think it's crazy for Mad Max to be able to afford a $4.4 million mansion when the congressional Congress salary is just over $130,000. Seems a bit sketchy, but it's not the first time old Maxine Mad Max has been investigating for getting federal kickbacks and corruption. During the Obama administration in 2010, Maxine was under investigation. She was accused of helping a bank in which her husband owned stock secure federal bailout funds. But don't worry, these allegations were dropped during the investigation. However, they are now back under investigation. So why does Mad Max have the support of all her constituents and voting bloc? Because she might be the most virulent far-left anti-Trump race activist I've ever read about, saying, quote, Ben Carson doesn't know an immigrant from a slave. She also called for the government to socialize oil companies in the United States. She also said, quote, I have to march because my mother could not have an abortion. That seems weird. She also said, quote, it's time for the bully pulpit of the White House to bring in the gangstas. She even used a friend's funeral to give a eulogy condemning Donald Trump and calling for his impeachment. And it's also not surprising that her district is the second most densely populated area in California for African American voters. It'd be one thing if in a huge area like this, in one of the most beautiful pieces of land in the United States, with all the social program money being poured into this community, being able to see at least a glimmer of hope brought in by the congressional people serving them. Because then their campaign slogan would be, look how far we've come. Sadly, it seems the community is kept in a cycle of victimhood, fed by the encouraged lack of responsibility and economic growth. with the cause being told to them it is someone else's fault. And honestly, where is the money going? And why are the representatives getting richer and richer overseeing this desolate, poor community? And because of this, and so unfortunate for these people, their representatives will most likely run on another slogan of, quote, "Look how far we still need to come." I'm Ben Davies, this is Pure Hollywood.
All right, well, if you like this video and others like it, you should consider being a premium member to the Rebel. That way, you'll have first access to Pure Hollywood and the entire Rebel lineup. They're pretty good too.